Hi, I'm Diana from All Things Laser Earrings. You know me from making tutorials about making, how to make your laser earrings truly unique and one of a kind. But I also like to talk about the business side. I know a lot of you sell your earrings or laser products. Some of you, it's a side hustle. Some of you, it's your main business. So I like to talk about the business side too. I have been an entrepreneur for over 20 years. I started with like metalsmithing and silversmithing and selling like all handmade. I was very proud of the fact that I made every single element of my earrings or the jewelry I was making. So I have been doing this for a long time, and this is things that I've had to, like, all these business elements are things I have had to think about in a lot of depth in order to be able to remain in business and not burn out. Those are the two things. Like when we're going to talk about pricing our products, and really the two things you have to always keep in mind is you want to make sure you are pricing your products so that you can remain in business, so you don't like go bankrupt. And two, you want to make sure you're pricing your product in a way that you will not burn out, because so many handmade businesses burn out because they price their products so low that they're making hundreds of products and then they realize that they're actually barely making any money, and it's just not a sustainable business model. So I want to talk about the importance of pricing your product properly. I have a not your average price formula conversation because I have a slightly different take on this, or rather just going beyond the price formula. And there is a price formula. The price formula is the price of your materials plus your overhead, like everything that it costs to keep your business going, including like your internet costs, your website costs, all your tools, and have like an estimate cost of how much all of that is per month. And then you put that into your numbers divided by how many items you're making. And then your price of your labor. Pay yourself, for goodness sake. So many handmade designers do not pay themselves. Pay yourself at least business minimum wage, or else you are going to burn out. And I'm going to keep saying this over and over again. Oh my God, I'm going to put my glasses on because actually I have a cheat sheet over here. So I want to make sure I don't forget anything. So it's your price of your materials plus your overhead cost plus your, oh my goodness, minimum wage, at least labor cost. And that is your wholesale cost. That is not your retail cost. Oh, times two, sorry. So price of materials plus overhead plus your labor times two, that is your wholesale. That is if you're selling to stores and they're ordering like at least 10 or 20 at a time. But your retail cost is then that wholesale cost times two. That is your basic formula. But really, there are so many more things you need to keep in mind when you are pricing your products in order to remain in business. One thing, first right away, is this like, what is the ambition of your business? Is this a side hustle that you're like selling at a couple of fairs or just your friends? Like, it's not really your main income. So you can be a little bit more flexible with your pricing at that point. Or is this a full-blown business? And if this is your full-time business, you have to take the pricing of your products really seriously if you want to stay in business. Especially if you want us to have and make money from this business. So something else to take in mind. What is the demand for your products? Like, is this a product that people already really want from you? If the product already has a demand, you can start increasing your prices incrementally since you've already developed a kind of a relationship with your customer over that product. So start increasing your prices. Number 3, always make sure you're making money. You have to make money. Do not be a low price leader. Walmart has that down. Amazon has that down. And there is no way as a handmaker that you can compete with them. So you have to get customers to come to you for different reasons, not because you're going to sell an earring at $5 or $10. You have to have people coming to you because they like you, they like your designs, they like your creativity, they like your packaging, they like that you make tutorials. Just think of value-added ways that you can encourage your customers to come back, and they want to pay a little bit more because they like something that you're doing. And a good way to study this is like, who are the people that you are willing to pay a little bit more for? What is it about them that attract you? Is it do you really like their packaging? Do you really like the fact that they teach you what to do with the earrings? Like, or, they have a really good social media presence. Think about what it is that you like about that maker and try to emulate it yourself. And then like one thing, like so many people like, oh, but I went to a craft fair and there was someone selling earrings for $5. Like, how is that possible? I mean, it's possible. The likelihood that they're making money is extremely low. The likelihood that they burn out is extremely high because yes, you can sell 100 earrings at $5, but are you making any money? And you're just going to burn out. You're just like spinning your wheels. So don't be that person if you want your business to have longevity. How do you like make sure that you will make money, right? Like, there's a lot of like factors that go into like pricing your product. Not only that formula, but there's definitely psychological pricing. And that's why I love like jewelry, because you can sell a laser earring for $24. Most consumers will support that if they like the product. If they're like, that's a good price point when they're like buying a gift for a friend. Like jewelry has in general pretty like higher price margins. So think about what you can do to make the customer happy, that they are willing to spend at least $24 on your earrings. And look at your market, like where are you selling? To who are you selling? And keep in mind, like the biggest energy like is at the beginning when you're establishing a business, and it takes just as much energy to establish a business where you're selling earrings for $5 than it is a business that's selling earrings for $24. So go for the higher end. Don't aim really low. Go higher. Like put all your energy into like creating that business that people are going to want to follow and pay 24 or 30, or I see people selling their earrings for $45. Because they've put some thought into how they're presenting themselves, how the packaging that they're using, something that they know is very customer pleasing. So that's what you have to think about. How am I going to make my customer happy and want to come back to me? Also think about like make sure you're making profit, because we talk about all those like the basic of the materials and overhead and like your labor, but if you are making products, you have to have enough money to make the next product, right? It's not all about just making one pair of earrings. You have to make sure that once that pair of earrings sells, that you have money to make the next pair of earrings, and that's called replacement cost. And it is not talked about enough in the online world, but it is really like the crux of the business. Like if you are buying all these materials up front, but really you're like, you're broke. Like you're not replacing the costs of your materials and then giving yourself some profit in order to make the next earring, then you're going to go out of business right away. So you always have to think about having a good padding in your profit in order to keep being in business, because growing a business is expensive. And a good rule of thumb is all the profit that you make, you should save 20% of that every year, and that should go into growing a business. So that should go into replacing like that earring, so your replacement costs, and also like in like handing out stuff that's not important to your business, because you have to, as a business owner, you have to focus on what makes you money. So as soon as you start getting more volume, you should start thinking about those tasks that do not make you money, but sucks a ton of your time. And generally that's shipping, that's packaging, that's social media. So that if you are saving 20% of your money every month, then that is a good padding that you can have, that once you start growing a business, you can start offloading some of these tasks that don't make you money but suck a lot of your time to people that you can pay minimum wage to do for you, because you have to focus on the stuff that makes you money, and that is the only way that your business is going to grow, basically. Okay, what else? Like also another really big thing to think about, which too many people don't think about, is how much money do you want to make a month? So do you want to make $5,000 a month? So let's break that down, right? If you are selling earrings and you're selling earrings at $20 a pop, That means that every month you need to make at least 250 earrings a month. That is a lot of earrings for a handmade business. So think about these things when you are pricing your products. Like, do you want to make 250 earrings a month, or would you rather make 150? So price your product accordingly to what you want your lifestyle as a business owner to be. And these are basically the main things that you should think about as a business owner when you are pricing your products. It's not just about, I look at the market and there's someone that sells these for $10 at my farmer's market or at this weekend craft event. But like, think about their lifestyle. They're having to make so many earrings in order to just keep their business afloat. That think about, like, you as a business owner, what kind of lifestyle do you want to have, and make sure you are making money. Always know your numbers. I know so many business makers, so many like makers that go bankrupt because they spend all this money in materials, but really they're not pricing their products high enough in order to be able to keep making more. Like, they just underwater. So like, don't buy a lot up front. Keep your materials costs at the minimum at the beginning. I know that's so hard for, especially in the laser business, because there's so many beautiful products. But make sure you are making profit. That is very important. And make sure you are not burning out. And if you want to, like, I can recommend a really good book to like get yourself thinking about money and a positive mindset, which is also very hard for a lot of women, is like You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. Awesome book, very uplifting, very good to motivate you to make money and to not feel guilty about making money, because that is, a lot of us have extreme, I have really had to work through this. A lot of us have extreme guilt when it comes to making money. Don't have guilt. You deserve this. If you are like working your butt off to build your business, value yourself and value your products and price them at the right place where you want to, what kind of business you want to have, what kind of lifestyle you want to have. Just look around you, see what other business people are doing that you really admire and that you're more than willing to spend $30 on a pair of earrings. What are they doing? And look at them and emulate them. And good luck on your business. And if you have any questions, you can always ask below. I will share a kind of a brief summary I've written about this. And if you have a friend that is having problems pricing their product, please share this tutorial with them. And please come and join me on Facebook on my group, All Things Laser Earrings. I love sharing tutorials. I love doing a lot of makeup tutorials. I love having people come on and share their tutorials. It's a great uplifting community where we help each other. And thank you.